Welcome back, Chronics, and thanks for joining me. Today we're just doing a continuation of my stomach saga, part 554. It's really good you guys come along on this whole journey with me, just because it really shows what medical gaslighting looks like. I'm just happy that I could provide the perfect example. Okay, so I was going to go back to the gastroenterologist, and I was bringing my mom. So I did, and the doctor walks in, and I just said, let me introduce you to my mom. She's here just to, validate the fact that I do have these symptoms. And he says, "Oh, I believe you." To which I wanted to respond, "Shut up." But my mom was like, "No, seriously. We've been going through this her entire life." So I go over my symptoms for the 100th time. And the doctor says, "This is supposed to be a follow-up, isn't it?" Yes, it's a follow-up to you not doing anything the last visit. But my brain just came to a screeching halt because of my ADHD. You said "in it." I assumed you were from South Africa. Now I think you're from Northern England. Now I think there's more lies. Gaslighting can perpetuate trust issues. So, per usual, he starts in on constipation because that is everybody's favorite topic. The thing is, I would not be constipated if I didn't have to take the cholesterol. But I can't eat unless I take the cholesterol. So do you see the problem? I said, "Listen, if you did believe me, you would have already ordered a bile acid serum test and a stool test." He just stared at me. So in my rage, I broke the fourth wall, which in theater means you talk directly to the audience, which, isn't that common. So he's talking to me, and I said to my mother, "Do you see now why I want to bang my head against a wall?" Yeah, he really had no reaction to that. I'm like, should I go bang my head against the wall? I don't know. Then still on the topic of constipation, not the fact that I can't digest fats. He says, "Can you take pictures?" I just looked directly at my mom and I was like, "Pictures of when I go to the bathroom?" So basically, he was asking for solicited shit pics. So this was when he said, "Let me go talk to the attending." I said to my mom, "FUCKEDAGAIN, fucked again." So the attending comes in, and I can already tell that she hates me. And she's wearing a mask, so I can just tell that from her eyes. And she says, "Sure, we can do a stool test." And I said, "What about a bile acid serum test?" And she said, "We'll hold off on that one." Then she says, "Have you heard about something called the brain-gut connection?" I said, "I'm going to stop you there. I don't have an eating disorder. That much I know. Because A, if I did, why would medication help somewhat? And why do I only get symptoms the next day, not right after I eat?" Then I said, "I could stop the cholesterol, eat something fattening, get absolutely debilitating cramps, and, just go to the ER. Would they be able to help me?" He says they would evaluate you. That doesn't sound like helping. So after this, I was like, "Okay, Mom, let's go." So is this my third referral to psych for an eating disorder? Why, yes, it is. I'm sorry, I'm just proud of myself because I like consistency. But here's the thing. When you were a lifetime member of Weight Watchers from 17 on, you may have an overeating problem. But it's definitely not an undereating problem. So if there are any takeaways from this, please do not ever base your self-worth on what other people think of you. I've had to fight for everything. For anyone to believe my symptoms, to then get a diagnosis, to then get treatment for that diagnosis. I said if I never helped myself, I wouldn't have made as much progress as I have. This was funny though. As I was checking out and making another follow-up appointment, He said 4 months. And she said, oh, we don't have anything till June. I said, oh, I'll be dead by then. This girl was actually training at the front desk and was not familiar with my brand of sarcasm and is like, oh my God, do you want me to page him? I'm like, no. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, page him. Go ahead, page him. He didn't get back. I was like, shocking. I said, I'm just going to wait on that. Fast forward, I do the stool test and the results come back. And this is to measure pancreatic elastase levels. So I'm reading these results on my own, searching the internet as to what they mean because my doctor hasn't called and probably won't. So depending on who you ask, under 500 could be considered normal or just on the line of something's going on. You don't really have to be concerned, apparently, until your levels hit 200, but it just said under 500, so I wasn't like, did we get close to the 200? Like, what are we talking about here? Luckily, my good friend, who is also a zebra, just took the same test and had the exact same results as me. But her doctor told her the results were inconclusive and they'd need to do more testing to figure that out. Now I know that I'm officially being ghosted by gastroenterology. I just, keep sending follow-up emails, articles I found, but I got nothing. No response. So I reach out to the head of endoscopy, who I had emailed with before, who has a niece with EDS. And I asked, can you potentially help? I just got a referral for an eating disorder, so I'm pretty sure that was my send-off. And this guy is obviously heaven sent because he wrote back, absolutely make an appointment with me. We will figure this out and I will do anything I can to make you feel better. Did I start crying immediately? Oh yeah, happy tears. I don't really think I realized how much sadness I had from doctors completely dismissing all of these stomach issues. I mean, I'm blessed that I can eat some things. I know all of us have food allergies and sensitivities, but if you know what's causing the issue, I guarantee there's some treatment that could make it better. And that's worth fighting for. And so is pizza and ice cream. This is just a TED Talk on why you gotta keep pushing even when you want to give up. Will this be my 5th gastroenterologist? Yep. I actually got a call from my gastroenterologist this morning. It had only been 25 days since my test results came in, but he wanted to get back to me to make sure I didn't have any questions or concerns. I am thinking someone might have said something to him, just 'cause, really. Thank you again for joining me, Chronics, and remember, stay strong, hang in there, and don't take crap from anyone, even people who look at crap for their job. I will talk to you guys next time.